application has been introduced before Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing hijab. Lawyers have apprised Supreme Court that exams are beginning on March 9. CGI, Chandrachud says he will take a call on this. So the Karnataka hijab row is in top court again. That's what we're learning so far. And a couple of details are coming out of it. What we're learning, an application has been introduced. A plea has been introduced before the Supreme Court by the Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in colleges in Karnataka wearing hijab. The lawyers have apprised the Supreme Court that exams are beginning on March 9th. And the CGI says that he will take a call on this. So this is what's happening in the Supreme Court right now. The Karnataka hijab row has reached the top court yet again, viewers, yet again. So we're getting these back-to-back updates right now, viewers, as we are breaking news on this Karnataka hijab row, which has reached the top court again, viewers. So the Supreme Court has agreed to hear the plea by the Muslim girl students. Now remember, the girl students have approached the top court and they're seeking interim permission to wear hijab while appearing for the examinations. That's what we are learning so far. And remember that the Supreme Court in October 2022 had delivered a split verdict on the ban of wearing a hijab in educational institutions in Karnataka, with one judge affirming that the state government is authorized to enforce the uniform in schools, and the other calling hijab a matter of choice that cannot be stifled by the state. So there was a split verdict back in October 2022. Now we are learning that this row has reached the top court. Let's go to Prajwal, who's joining us as well. Prajwal, just take us through exactly what is happening in the top court right now. We know that the CGI is saying that he will take a call on this plea, which has been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students. They want to wear the hijab while appearing for examinations.
Absolutely, because now an application has already been introduced before the Supreme Court by Muslim girl students seeking to allow them to appear in examinations in Karnataka wearing hijab, because this comes on the backdrop of the SLC examinations, which will be held from the 9th of March. And therefore now the CGI, the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, has gone on to state that they will take a call on a further date as well. So these are the information that is coming as of now. But also we need to understand that the background for this entire case was the fact that the Supreme Court had given, they had given a split verdict at the Supreme Court on October 2022, and stating that where one judge stated that the government had the authority to go on and make sure that there is a dress code which is uniform across all the colleges, whereas the other judge had gone on to state that it is not right on the part of the government to stifle the rights of a student, and it is a matter of choice, and it should ultimately be left to the student as well. So now they have stated that this will, this particular case will come up for hearing later, but the date is yet to be mentioned. So all this is happening on the backdrop of the SLC examinations, which will be held in Karnataka on the 9th of March.
Right. And we know that on January 23rd, the CGI had agreed to consider a request for urgent listing after senior advocate Meenakshi Arora mentioned the urgency of the examinations which are held in government colleges. So even though we are learning of it today, this plea has been introduced, Prajwal. This has been going on for quite a while now before it reached the top court today, the plea reaching the top court today, Prajwal.
Because there has been several hearings which has been conducted by the top court in regards to the Karnataka hijab row, which broke out in 2022. And the Karnataka High Court had ruled this in the favor of the government, stating that according to the law, which was already mentioned in 1975, it clearly stated that there should be a uniform for all the colleges and educational institutions across Karnataka by the government, and therefore they will have, they will be the ones who will go on to decide it. But But then they had also, later
Right.
the petitioners had also gone on to approach the Supreme Court. And finally now, after the split verdict in October in 2022, now this case has again come up for hearing where now at least the girl students are requesting that during examinations they should be allowed to wear hijab inside the educational institution.
Prajwal, just hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. We're getting some more breaking updates.